This is my sketch illustration of Sasuke from Naruto, and today I'll guide you through each of the steps so that you could draw this yourself. So grab a pencil and paper and let's get started. Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson I'll start off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now if you don't have a mechanical pencil, anything you have around the house will work just fine. Now the first thing we're going to do is block out the basic shape and composition before we get into the details. So let's sketch a line coming down the center of our page. So start right in the middle. Just going to extend this line going up towards the top, and we'll stretch that down towards the bottom. Let's add another line going across from left to right from the center of our page. And then we're going to use these two lines to help us create a large circle in the center of our page to define the size of the skull. So let's start from the center. Move all the way up towards the top, right about here. Just going to mark this off. Let's take that same distance from the center down towards the bottom. So right about here, just going to mark that off again. And we'll do the same thing across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left, and then the right side. Now let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we're going to start with the top left, and we're just going to work our way around. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we're just using this as a guide. So just go back and just smooth this out as best we can. Now we're going to add another set of guidelines coming down the side of our circle, towards the bottom, and then one more line going across the bottom of our circle. Now with this portrait, you want to turn the head over towards the left and tilt the chin down. So from the center of our circle, we're just going to angle the headband coming down toward the left and up towards the right. Let's give the headband some shape. So from back in the center, just going to curve this across and then out toward the left, and then bend that up towards the top right side of our circle. Now right at the end here, we're just going to angle the head going up and then down. Now along this curve, we're going to step up, draw the top edge of the headband. We're just going to follow that same curve, but we want to taper this out towards the right side. So this gap gets narrower going up. Now because the head is turned, we're going to place the center seam over on the left side. So right here, it's going to angle this down, all the way down towards the bottom. Just following that same angle, go all the way up towards the top. And then from here, we want to give the profile edge of the nose some shape. So we're going to start right here. It's going to angle this up and then out across the brow. Now going back to the center, draw a straight line coming down the nose towards the bottom, and we'll pull that back in. Let's block in the eye, just in behind the brow. So we curve the eye going up and then out. Let's angle the eye coming down towards the bottom, and then curve that back in. Now I'm going to follow this all the way over towards the right side. Let's draw the top of the eyelid. I'm going to go up towards the headband, go across and then out. Let's curve the bottom of the eye, coming down and then back in towards the inside. Let's angle the eyebrow from the headband, coming down and across towards the nose. And we're just going to add a fold across the brow. Now from here, what I'd like to do is add a little bit more shape to the profile edge of the head. So we're going to start from the headband, curve this in towards the eye. Just going to bump out the cheek towards that line, round out the cheek. Now it's going to pull this down and then in towards the chin, right where this line meets that center line. Now I'm going to go all the way over towards the right side of our circle. We're going to draw an oval just to block out the size and location of the ear. So right about here in an angle. From the bottom of the ear, come straight down with a short line. Now I'm going to curve the jawline, coming across and then in towards the chin. Let's go back underneath the nose. We're going to step down. I'm going to curve the mouth from the outside, coming down and in. Bend this up, and then curve that down towards the corner of the mouth. Underneath the mouth, just add a small curve for the lip. Now I want to position the eye so that it's looking straight towards us. So the eye on the left side, I'm going to tuck this up underneath the eyelid, up. Let's move over towards the right side. Right here, curve this around like a half circle, and back up underneath the eyelid. Let's brush the hair coming across towards the left side. We're going to start from that center point right here, bend this up and out towards the left, curve this around the head, and then in. Let's add a point going up, and brush the hair coming down and then out. Pull that back in. Now add one more point coming down and then back in towards the side. Let's go back to the center. We're going to go up. Let's brush the hair coming down in between the eyes, and then we're going to add a point going up. Let's brush the hair coming around the side, around the eye, and brush that in towards the chin. I'm going to pull that up again towards the side of the head. Let's add a few more strands coming down and then around the ear. Now let's go back to the left side. I'm just going to brush the outside of the hair going around and up. Let's add one more strand, pull up and in, and then bend that down. Now we're going to go back up underneath the ear. Let's angle the neck, coming down and across. Underneath the chin, we're going to step in, draw another angled line. Now going back to that center seam, we're going to brush the hair going up, across, and then up toward the point, and then bend that back in. Let's add some volume to the top. We're going to start right here, brush this across, and then bend that up toward the point, and then tuck that in. Now on the right side, we're going to add some more points coming down along the side of the head. So from here, brush this across, bring that in, and just working our way down towards the bottom. Now we're going to start to angle these points coming down. Going across towards the bottom of the neck, and these points get a little bit smaller. Let's go towards the side of the neck. Now with the collar, we're just going to scoop this across underneath the head. So let's start down here, come across. Now we're going to go across the chin and then out. Let's curve this back in behind the side of the head. And then from the edge of this curve, we pull the collar coming down and in. Let's go back up to the top of the collar on the outside, bend this down and in, step up and curve the back. Now we're going to add a fold going across the shoulder and then down towards the bottom of our page. Now at this stage we have our rough sketch in place. Let's go back and clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Okay, so once we clean up the drawing, I'm going to go back and just use this rough sketch as a guide to help us layer onto more details and refine the shapes. So we're going to start back at the hair because the hair overlaps the face. So I just want to get this part established first. So we can modify the shapes if we want to. I'm just going to follow these lines. I'm also going to add a fold right here. Just going to overlap this part on top, and down the side. And we're just going to start layering the hair in behind. I'm just going to layer the headband underneath. On the side of the nose, just going to add the nostrils. So we'll start with the curve. I'm just going to curl that nostril going around the side and then up. And we'll go back to the eye. And we want to add some thickness to the eyelid. Also adding a fold across the top of the eye. Now we're just going to go back to the ear and add some more shape. Just using this oval as a guide for size. Just going to work within that boundary. Let's add some detail inside with the fold. And then the jawline. One more point along the side, just to cover up the edge of the headband. And we're just going to tuck that up underneath. Now I'm just going to tuck the rest of these points in underneath the edge of the collar. And then we're going to do one final cleanup before we get to the details and shading. And go in with my 0.9mm just to add a little bit more contrast and thickness to our lines. Just going to start back at the beginning, across the hair and the face. You can see that I'm adding some thick and thin lines. So adding the thicker lines across the base of each line and just tapering that up. And this method will actually help us give some more weight to our drawing. Now with the eyes, I want to add a small little highlight circle along the top left side. And we're just going to darken up the top, going around that highlight. And I'm just going to gradually fade that down towards the bottom, creating a bit of a glare. And it's going to lightly shade the underside of the hair. Now going back and just adding that metal plate in the center of the headband. And then the symbol is just going to sit over on the left side. So we're going to start with that swirl. Looks like drawing an oval in the middle. Just adding a little bit of thickness as we go. And I'm just going to darken up the outside of the headband. Now we're just going to add some shadows across our drawing. So we start with a light trace of the outside area of the shadows and just lightly shade the inside. And here is also going to cast a shadow across the face. And we'll shade in the neck area. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and details, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Sasuke. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.